Hi, good day everyone. Once again, this is Mo, and this is another day for another War Legends video. And for today's video, we'll be doing a quick battle review about Trojan, Kuhu versus Serral and Qualphylus. And as you can see, we have here Trojan on the blue team, and on the cyan team, we have Kuhu. And for the red team, we have Serral, and of course for Qualphylus, we have him for the orange team. And as you can see, these players are just starting their games as usual, hiring a lot of workers and slaves so they can gather more resources like golds and woods, so soon we can see them building their first structures.
Let's get to work.
And as you can see here, we have Qualphylus prioritizing getting his sawmill so he can gather woods faster. Meanwhile, looking at Serral right here, I think he is prioritizing getting his barracks, and honestly, when I see a player going for barracks first, I know that they will be playing aggressive, and I think Kuhu will be getting barracks first also, and a pigsty. And for Trojan, I think Trojan will be doing the same thing, barracks and farm, to increase the food supply so they can summon more fighting units on the battlefield. But yeah, I would like to ask all of you guys if what kind of structure sequence that you usually use or do, because I'm usually going for sawmill first before going barracks, because I would like to gather woods faster, especially if the castle or citadel is just too far away to the woods. So I would like to hear some tips or advice and why were you doing that, so our new friends or newbies in this game will have an idea about what we are doing early game. But yeah, going back to the game, we can see that there are movements coming from this player. We have here Trojan versus Qualphylus, and it seems that these two swordsmen are just ignoring each other, and I think this is also happening to the goons of Kuhu and Serral. So looking at this phenomenon, I think these players are just spying or gathering more intel to each other about the base layout. But at the same time, I can sense from Kuhu that he is also aiming to attack the base of Serral right there. And we can see here Qualphylus trying to defend his base, at the same time Trojan trying to defend his base against Qualphylus, and we can see Serral is now falling back to his base and trying to defend his base against these three goons, and it seems that the Altar of Heroes and the Goblin Lab are being attacked, and we were able to witness the Goblin Lab just goes down. Now it seems that Kuhu and Trojan are the one who is or who are dictating what is happening right now. You can see that Serral and Qualphylus are playing defensive, meanwhile Kuhu and Trojan are playing aggressive against these two players. And as you can see here, we have one skeleton archer coming from Kuhu right there, and Kuhu were able to take down the Altar of Heroes of Serral, and I don't think that is a good situation for Serral right there, because that will delay the summoning of his primary hero. Meanwhile, we have here Qualphylus, and I think Qualphylus were able to defend his base. Meanwhile, we have Kuhu right here and Serral. It seems that they are dancing to each other, pushing and pulling. But yeah, I don't think that this two goons and archers will be able to siege that base as of the moment. So meanwhile, that is happening on the upper part of the map. We have here Qualphylus trying to claim the watchtower here on the bottom part of the map, and we can see that there is one helicopter trying to harass this swordsmith and swordsman, but unfortunately for the helicopter of Trojan, we have Baron coming from Qualphylus, and I can see that it will be taken down. And if we are going to notice, there are a bunch of skeleton archers coming from Kuhu, and I think he is now trying to claim the watchtower on the upper part of the map. And we can see here a naval battle coming from Trojan versus Qualphylus, and I think Trojan is really trying to take over the naval, but I don't think one ship is enough to take it over. And we can see that Trojan is now retreating with his ship. And if you're going to take a look on the upper part of the map, there is a massive movements coming from Kuhu and now trying to take over the base of Serral. But I don't think this bunch of skeleton archers have much health against these goons, and especially mentioning Jax, I doubt that they can survive against the arm composition of Serral. Especially Kuhu doesn't have any primary heroes, and it seems that Serral is winning in terms of naval fights and also in land. And there you go, you can see that there is a sabotage going on that shipyard, and now we can see that Serral is now pushing against the base of Kuhu, and I don't think the army composition of Kuhu will be able to defend his base. And as you can see, Jax is now preparing to throw the poison, and that wiped out most of the skeleton archers of Kuhu. Meanwhile, that is happening on the upper part of the map. We can see Quel'Thalas is trying to siege the base of Trojan, but I think Trojan were able to defend his base. And going back to the base of Ku right here, I think that shipyard will be destroyed by this schooner. But yeah, going back in terms of land, I think Ku were able to defend his base. And as you can see, Serral is now falling back to his base, but I don't think that will end there. I just think that Serral will be replenishing his entire army. Meanwhile, we have a naval fight right here. We can see Trojan is trying to take over the manual. However, Quel'Thalas were able to defend against Trojan. So we can see here Serral trying to be aggressive toward to the shipyard and also targeting these slaves that are trying to gather resources for Kuhu. And I don't think this will end for Kuhu if he let that happen. And based on our observation right here, we can see that Kuhu is ignoring what is happening to his base, and I don't think that is a good idea. And I actually think that Kuhu and Trojan are planning to siege the base of Quel'Thalas while the base of Kuhu is being massacred. So I don't know if that is a good move or not. So I would like to hear from you guys if do you think the move of Kuhu right here, ignoring what's happening to his base, is a good move, because I don't think the army composition of Trojan and Kuhu are enough to wipe out the base of Quel'Thalas right here, and I don't even think that they can do much damage against the base of Quel'Thalas. And as you can see, most of the skeleton archers got burned of that fire ring of Serral. So based off my observation right here, I think Serral and Quel'Thalas do have like a really good teamwork. I don't know if they have a communication platform that they are using, but they are really in sync to each other. And as you can see right here, Serral and Quel'Thalas are able to support each other. They do really have a synergy to each other. And as you can see here, we have Jax trying to chase Baron, but he's now trying to retreat. Meanwhile, we have the schooner right here of Serral trying to harass the workers. And unfortunately for Kuhu, I think the economy of Kuhu is at risk. Specifically, no one is gathering gold for Kuhu. So if there are no golds, then it means sooner or later Kuhu will not be able to produce more fighting units, and it will end up as if it is a 2 versus 1. So Kuhu needs to reclaim his own gold mine. And as you can see here, Serral and Quel'Thalas are really moving synchronized to each other. We have your Baron ready to destroy some structures, and we have Jax right here ready to wipe out any units coming from Kuhu or Trojan. And now they started harassing Kuhu right there, and as you can see, we have some catapults coming from Kuhu trying to aim from Baron, or trying to aim to Baron, but I don't think that is enough to defend against Serral and Quel'Thalas. Fortunately for Kuhu, Trojan is there to support him defending his base. But yeah, I just saw that Kuhu did the desperate move of sending his entire slaves instead of saving them actually, and somehow Kuhu and Trojan were able to defend his base, and now Cyril and Quophilus are retreating from the upper part of the map. However, Quophilus were able to push against Trojan on the lower part of the map, specifically on the naval battle. It seems that Quophilus is winning at this point in waters. And as you can see, there is only one remaining ship coming from Trojan. Meanwhile, we have here Cyril trying to harass Kuhu. And we have like two ballistas ready to launch an attack for this two ships of Quophilus, but I don't think that they are within the range, so it is kind of useless as of the moment. And if you're going to take a look on the map, Cyril and Quophilus are just cleaning up everything from the base of Kuhu as of the moment and sending some small groups of fighting units to the lower part of the map so they can prevent Trojan on moving forward. Well, I think it is just a matter of time before it's either Kuhu surrenders and Trojan surrenders, or Cyril and Quophilus will be able to wipe out the entire buildings of Kuhu and Trojan. At this point, I can say that Cyril and Quophilus will be winning this fight. And there you go, the red team win. And I think that is the end of our video for today, and I hope that you really enjoyed it, and I really hope that you can share it to your friends, especially to those people who are just new to the game. And please subscribe to my channel. Goodbye for now.